Darnold struggled in his bowl game against Ohio State and looked to the sideline every single time for the play call or for whatever's going on with an audible, and then had some issues, obviously, holding on to the football for his year with USC this past year. How do you address those concerns? Hearing those are the red flags involving
for sure
Sam Darnold.
And there's been struggles, I think for any of these guys really throughout their career. I mean, none of these guys
but
have
him
had a
in
meteoric
particular,
rise.
and he could be number one overall here. So.
Absolutely. I think the biggest things you have to address with Sam, which are on tape and real, this isn't some private stuff, is ball security in the pocket. That's been an issue for him. That's not a drill I can do. I'm not going to tackle him, in a throwing setting. With that being said, there's also a bunch of plays on tape where he holds on the ball with one hand and he makes somebody miss, and he runs over here, sets up, and throws it across the field, and it's a big play. So there's a lot of risk and reward in his game as an 18, 19, and 20-year-old. I think as he matures into a pro, that's something that staff is going to need to address. It's not about saying keep two hands on the ball, because that also says don't move around so much and make these amazing things happen. There is a give and take. Those two things hold each other in tension. And so he's got to do a better job of mitigating that risk. In terms of even just the Ohio State game, I think we saw two different level programs playing. I think SC's building. I think they're going to be better this year with the young quarterback they have coming in. But at the same time, you're watching a D-line. You're seeing two different level programs playing. I think Ohio State was a different place a year ago. Again, I think SC's going to bounce back and have a monster year this year. But so with Sam, you got to look at it and you go, okay, is he turning the ball over because the spotlight's too big or because he's scared to get hit? Because those are two things those are real issues. You should not take somebody. I don't think that's the foundation of why those struggles occurred. I think him being loose with the ball was him also being creative with the ball. And I think some of the turnovers that he's had forcing the ball in there is them having to make a play and having to create. And that's just something you have to grow through. And we see a lot of young quarterbacks in the NFL doing the same thing. I mean, Peyton Manning, how many picks did he throw his rookie year? Mm-hmm. He did it his rookie year, not in college. So Sam's going through those growing pains, turns 21 in June. With that being said, for a young guy, he's had really good experience of all the spotlight on him, face of college football, having to go through those issues, and I think he's ready to come out of it.
And what about our red flag here at the Rich Eisen show that he wore a ball cap in the rain? Was he afraid of getting his elite hair wet?
He was absolutely not. I agree, though. How did he not make the pool for best hair?
Well, he's not.
Do you
in
have
the league
any
yet.
other redheads in there?
He's not. No, there's no ginger.
Is that even fair?
There's no ginger contingent. No, but it's a tough.
That's not even fair.
He's not in the NFL yet. He's just a rookie. He hasn't played a snap yet.
Okay.
But stop deflecting. Why is this guy wearing a ball cap? Is he afraid of getting his elite hair wet?
It's the first I've even heard of it.
This is our red flag.
Yeah.
No one else's red flag.
The amount of pomade that kid has in his hair, I don't even think it would have gotten wet.
Is that a red flag? Is a pomade a red flag? It's. I'm just trying to figure out.
It's a San Clemente thing you wouldn't understand.
So there was a conscious decision, put the hat on?
No, I think he probably just grabbed a hat that day. He actually never wears hats. That's what's funny about it. But no, and we had a chance.
Decision-making, red flag.
Yeah. SC wanted to move the throwing up, too, to keep it from the rain, and his response was like, let's just
we heard
throw,
that.
Right?
We heard that
the reality is it came out look at who's picking at the top of the draft. You want to not throw in the rain? You want to throw in the rain? I mean, Josh Allen's pro day was 2 days later. We're sitting here going, if it snows, let's go outside.
So the headline is that the headline is that Sam Darnold is not afraid of getting his elite hair wet.
No, I think that. Yeah, I think that's accurate. I think he's perfectly fine with
all
it.
caps.
And then before we move on to Kyle Allen, because I do want to go full circle here, you said that the USC program with its young quarterback is going to bounce back. What can you tell me about this kid, JT Daniels?
Yeah,
right?
JT. I've been been involved with him since like 7th grade. I've never really seen anything like it before.
What?
I've been doing the Elite 11 for a long time. To have somebody skip their senior year in high school and it be a good decision.
Wow.
And he was Gatorade Player of the Year last year as a junior, and he's foregone his senior year of high school. And he's enrolling at USC early. Never seen it before.
How old is he? 17?
He's 18. He was held back, but he still played high school football for 3 years.
Okay.
For him to do what he did, and I know it's high school football, but still, just in terms of what I do for the draft, JT's been sitting in these meetings for 3 years. It was really cool this year. He won Gatorade Player of the Year, and Deshaun Watson, as part of his Gatorade partnership, gave him the award. They threw together for the first time 5 years ago. He's just been around it. It's going to be a competition. They've got some great quarterbacks at SC. If JT ends up being the guy, I don't think there's a ton of drop off at the quarterback position at SC this year. And I think Sam's, one one of the top picks.
Yes.
Which is a bold statement. I know that, and it'll be cool. You guys can either make fun of me or have me back on.
We
and
don't
talk
make
about
fun.
it.
We don't make fun of anybody except if they wear a ball cap in the rain to
Yeah.
protect their elite hair.
And that makes sense.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.